morning session also on resume writing. Now, a very important aspect of communication is your report writing. We'll be talking in details about the report writing, and I find that I always say that in every session you must be feeling that Professor Singla is talking about this is very important. If there is nothing important in any topic, I would not have included it in my program also. So that's why I have included only the important things, and that's why I keep on saying this is very important, because everything important only I have included in my program. All right. So that justifies me my saying so that it is important. Well, friends, about the report writing. Everyone has his or her own idea about report writing is, what the report writing is. Up to now, you must be clear about at least one or two things. Number one is, whenever we communicate, I'm not talking about report writing for a moment, anything which we communicate, target audience is very important. When you say target audience, to whom you are communicating is very important. And second thing is, simplicity, as I mentioned yesterday, is the ultimate of sophistication. And then if you are able to simplify your communication to the extent that other person is able to perceive in the same letter and spirit, you are a good communicator. Let us not unnecessarily complicate our communications so that other person is keep guessing that what he or she wanted to say. Whatever you communicate, whatever channel you choose to communicate should be such that the other person to whom you are addressing should be able to decode it properly. And he or she finds it very easy to have access to what you are saying or what you have written there. Even in the resume writing just now, she has mentioned about many things, and she mentioned that the reader, the person who is going to read your resume, should be very conveniently reading it. If he finds little hardness, थोड़ा सा उसको difficulty आ रही है, उसने पहले ही उसको dustbin में डाल देना है. Similarly, if I am saying something and you are not understanding what I am saying, you will put your ears off anyways. Isn't so? And now coming to the report writing, I started with this preamble because these two things are very important in the report writing as well. This is also a communication. Report writing is very important aspect of communication, especially in the professional lives. There are many organizations where the students, when they get employed there, they have to report. They have to report. Many organizations ask for the daily reporting. Some organizations require weekly reporting, fortnightly reporting, monthly reporting, biannually reporting, annual reports. Every day we report. And there are many organizations who are asking for hourly reports also. And I came across an industry in Thane where the students, when they were employed there, they were supposed to report every few minutes. They were working in the R&D section and they were working on certain chemicals. It was a company known as Yogen Chemical Section, and they were doing research of some chemicals, some chemical compounds, and they were experimenting. And the persons who were doing the R&D in the control room and the students who were working on the apparatuses and chemicals, bromide compounds, for example, and they were required to report every minute how is the temperature, how is this condition, how is this is happening, how this is happening. So they were constantly reporting to the person who are actually doing the compiling the whole R&D, research and development team ke jo head the, they were reporting to him every few minutes. And the moment certain temperature levels goes to rise, he used to say, okay, you decrease now this thing, you decrease now this thing, or you increase this particular element in this. Certain directions were given to them. So reporting is a very important aspect in the industries. And many times reporting can be formal and informal. The reporting can be oral as well as written. In the context of colleges, we are normally dependent on written reports, whether it's a lab report or a workshop report or an internship report, or it may be a project report, but the reporting can be oral also. And reporting can be formal, it can be informal. Many times your informal reporting are more important than your formal reporting. Many times, many occasions. So we cannot ignore both aspects of reporting, formal as well as informal. For example, if I go to a place assigned by my director, and on coming back, I report to him that this is what I observed there. Then he asked me a few questions about that place, which I have not mentioned in my written report, which I didn't feel comfortable in writing in my written report, to be more honest with you. But he wanted to gather more information. And then he asked me a few questions, I replied to those questions. And then this becomes your non-formal report. And then non-formal report led him to take certain decisions. And it happens every day. You know, you go to the you go to home after the college, you take a report from your children. आज मैडम ने क्या खाया, आज आपने दिन में क्या खाया, आज आप कितने बजे तक कितने बजे से टीवी देखा आपने. You know, he is trying to report to you. Informal reporting. And then you make certain judgments, certain routines, certain things. And I mean, if you every day in and out, in the formal setting as well as in the informal settings, home is the informal setting where you are taking informal reports and formal reports also. मेरे को दिखाइए आपकी डायरी में क्या लिखा गया. That is your formal reporting in the informal setting also. Similarly, there is a informal reporting in the formal settings also. Okay. So report writing is a very important aspect, and it is a mouthpiece of any organization. We in this studio also, and my friends in the various knowledge center will say, if I ask you which are the best engineering institutions in the country, which are the best business schools in the country, which are the best law schools in the country in India, you may say that IITs, you may say IIMs, you may say the law school of Hyderabad or maybe Bangalore or so and so. Commerce के लिए कौन से best institutions हैं, or which is the best organization who is dealing with the cars, which is that company. How do you say that IITs are the best? How do you come to know about it? You have not visited all the IITs, maybe none of them. You have not visited any of the IIMs, still you say that IIMs are the best. How do you grade them?
Reporting se.
Yes, my dear friends, reporting se. You have read somewhere, somebody has reported it to you, maybe in the newspapers, maybe in the magazine, maybe in the television, or maybe informally somebody has reported it to you that certain activities are happening in IITs and IIMs. Based on that, you have made a opinion. So reporting is so important. And let me say at this very point, before I go further on this chapter on report writing, how important it can be. It becomes a mouthpiece of an organization, and this is one activity where we give least importance. Student ने lab report लिख दी, फिर क्या हो गया? Student ने workshop report लिख दी, या project report लिख दी, फिर क्या हो गया? I can tell you the difference. I am not biased about any institute. Every institute is a good institute. Our only endeavor is that every institute should be doing good. Besides doing good, reporting good also. The report should also come good in the eyes of the public, so that that institute get promotion in the public's opinion. And when my institute, for example, gets the promotion in the eyes of the public, I am also being promoted there. When somebody says NITTR is a very good institute, they are doing certain programs and activities, I feel very happy about it. Similarly, all of us, wherever we are. And reporting is one activity which is promoting your institute or your organization, the quality and everything else also. Let me give you one example before I go further. Rather, two examples that will bring out the subject very clearly in your minds. And I will be sharing with you from some more practical examples. I will not share with you any example which is not practically happened and authenticated examples here. First example I like to give you of a student studying in IIT when he was in second year. This boy was in second year. I know him personally very well. This boy was in second year and he was given a freedom in the hostel rooms. You are allowed to surf anywhere. Like, I mean, you are browsing the various websites. This boy was searching out he was doing civil engineering. He was pursuing his civil engineering, and in second year, up to that time, they have not taught him much of civil engineering. It was in the IITs also they teach you, subjects of applied sciences, English, graphics, workshops, and other things also, like in any other engineering college. So he was scanning. He was just surfing the various websites to find out what are the challenges, what is happening in the area of civil engineering. Suddenly he hit a website which opened a competition for design of most efficient bridge. That company was working in Chicago. They were going to actually build up a bridge, and they opened a competition to all over the world. It was on the website that whosoever will give them the best design of a bridge of a particular nature, they have certain specifications for that, and they will be awarding him. And mind you, this boy had not undergone any kind of civil engineering inputs. He had only the knowledge of mathematics, physics, chemistry, drawing, and things like that. Applied mechanics, solids, mechanics of solids, and things like that. And he approached his professor. He said, "I am very keen, professor. May I apply for this competition?" He said, "Okay, why not?" And to cut the whole story short, this boy won the third prize in the whole world. He went through off the campus. After 5 p.m., he used to spend all his time in the library with the professor and some more boys, and then he submitted his reports and he got the third prize. They gave him a lot of rewards in terms of recognition and cash and some books and all that. And now this news spread it in the newspapers. The reporters came. When they went to the website, that some Indian boy studying in second year stood third in this thing, and this news spread it all over. And then the Indian reporters also, they reported it in the newspapers. And no wonder that company was after this boy. They were following him up, that when he will be finishing his degree and join them. And nowadays, when we talk about brain drain and other things, we say that IITs, IIMs, certain institutions are bracketed world class, because the world is looking for these kind of students to be employed there. And how those boys, how the companies in the world come to know that IIT is a good institute? Again, through a report. Isn't it so? If I read the newspapers that so many crores of rupees are owned by a company to BITS Pilani, because their student did a job. For Apple's, for example, Apple ke liye. They did some job, and today BITS Pilani has put up a claim against Apple, and it has been sanctioned by the Apple that some work has been done by the BITS Pilani student, and they were not paid for that. Can you imagine the reporting? And this is one example, the importance of reporting, how the reporting is so important, and where it can lead you. This is one aspect of that. The second example I would like to share with you, which will bring about a very important aspect of communication, not only in report writing but otherwise also, very witty. We have been talking about various aspects of communication. Brevity, you understand? The word has come from the word brief, short. Whatever you can communicate, if you can concise and express it very briefly to the point without having any ambiguity in it, that is the best communication. That is why we say that poets have an edge over the other writers, because they can say so many things in a very few words. If I have to be, if you choose me to explain the qualities of the rose, I may write 4 pages. But if you ask a poet, maybe in 2 lines, he will say those things which I require 4 pages to cover. Isn't it so? It's the brevity. And my second example is on the brevity. Again, the live example. A few years back, when I joined the Department of Curriculum Development Center, maybe in 94, 95, I was assigned a project by the Punjab State Board of Technical Education. They were in the process of bringing about reforms in the student evaluation. At that time, they were in the process of bringing about reforms in the student evaluation processes. And this project was assigned to me, that you kindly prepare a manual for the teachers, for the board members, and for all the people who are related to the evaluation. You prepare a manual for external evaluation of the students of the diploma programs. In my own wisdom, I contacted all the people whom I knew are expert in the area of student evaluation. The best inputs came from my own institute. We have a Department of Education and Education Management. The faculty is so well trained in the student evaluation, and I took their help. They were also part of the team for that project. And then we invited people from the various universities. We studied the models, what are there, how they are evaluating students, and then we try to develop our own model of student evaluation, which model is now being implemented not only in the diploma streams but many of the degree programs, universities also. But my point is not that here. My point is when I prepared the first draft after holding a number of workshops and views of the experts and all, when I wrote the first draft of the manual, I showed it to my principals. Professor Krishnamurthy was the principal at that time in our institute, and he was himself an expert in the area of student evaluation. He was a direct student of people like Grunlund and all, who had authority in America also on the student evaluation. And that first draft was about 200 pages. I was so proud. I had done a wonderful job. Contacted everyone. About 200 pages. He said, this manual is for whom, Mr. Singhal? I said, this manual is for the teachers who are going to set the paper. This manual is for those who are going to check the papers, for the board who are going to make the evaluation rules and all. So who is going to read 200 pages? Oh, I kept quiet. Here I am, felt so proud, and here Krishnamurthy ji, he told me who's going to read. मैंने एक पेपर सेट करना है, मेरे को 10 रुपए मिलने पेपर सेट करने के लिए और पेपर चेक करने के लिए 2 रुपए मिलने वाले हैं. I'm going to read your 200 pages manual. I also questioned myself. Then I said, okay, sir, I will take some time. And that project, we charged 1 lakh rupee from the Punjab State Board in 94, 95, I'm talking about. Okay, and I said, can you give me about 15 days time? I took actually 1 month time to reduce it to about. And I asked him, okay, sir, here it is now. He said, okay, no, Mr. Singhal, nobody is going to read 800 pages. I know that you have done a good job. You have increased your knowledge. People are not interested to increase their knowledge. This manual has to be. Manual means people will just see and then start doing job there. Like you have lab manual, experiment lab. If you have lab ka manual, you have वो इतना बड़ा हो जाएगा. Who's going to read my lab manual? Second, you have to do further work on that. Then ultimately we reduced it almost about 45, 50 pages. And then he was very happy. I was very concise, very, very brief, and every ambiguity, everything was removed from that manual. And then when I went to submit it to the Secretary of the Punjab Technical Board Education, he was the IAS officer. Mr. Virk, if I remember his name very vividly. And I told him, sir, this is the manual. He said, okay, oh, this is a manual. Oh, I know that my predecessor has given you this project because these people are keep on changing. Your institute is. I also give him the bill of 1 lakh rupees. He said, you are charging 1 lakh rupees for this 50 pages document. I said, okay, sir, I'm going to give you another bill of 25,000 rupees, which I spent to reduce from 200 pages to 50 pages. Are you getting my point now?
Yes.
What I'm trying to say?
Brevity.
Brevity. Brevity in communication is very important. And I have to tell myself this thing over and over again to be brief. But then the point goes in your minds very clearly, that brevity. And I was told by my professor, who was my guide in my MTech thesis, Dr. P.V. Rao, who eventually retired as a principal from Punjab Engineering College. I'm sharing the example which are live example, nothing manipulated in this. You can all verify the facts here. I was told by Dr. P.V. Rao that I wrote, my MTech thesis, that's the same story, from 150 pages I reduced it to 70 pages. He also believed in being very brief, and he told me that there was, when he was doing his PhD in Ohio University, which is a authority, he's a professor of authority in Ohio up to now, is one of the topmost universities in the world as far as fluid mechanics is concerned, hydraulics is concerned. He said that probably Einstein's son or grandson, somebody related to him, he submitted his PhD thesis of 14 pages, 14 pages. And here you are submitting 150 pages for the MTech thesis. He said, target audience is people who know hydraulics already very well. My thesis is going to be read by people who know hydraulics very well. I don't have to explain them any equations and all that. In that, isn't it so? Your target audience already knows everything. What you have done in a very crisp way, and he also told me further that the people who evaluated that thesis, just 14 pages for PhD, they said, okay, 3 PhDs could have been awarded on the work which he has submitted to us. So this is the importance of brevity. I will not go further on this. I think the point is well taken by all of you. Let me now start my presentation, give you a format for the report writing. I will talk to you about the meaning of report, types of reports, essentials of the report writing, 5 W's and 1 H model of report writing, then characteristics of a good report, structure of a report, format of a progress and lab report. I'll try to cover some of these topics during my presentations here. The meaning of the report. I said different people have different meanings of the report. If time permits me, I can ask questions from the house also here. What do you mean by a report?
It is a written document on any situation, incidents.
Because why I call you people here, because then they will not know what's going on here.
So, hello friends. As far as my definition is concerned, report is a written document on any incidents, any happening, any mishappening, whatever we see in newspapers. So that is a report.
Not only newspaper.
Like some celebrations, some functions, some festivals, all those, like whatever we told about that incidents, that is a report.
So this is her concept, and everybody will be having their own concept, and you are all having good concepts. My responsibility here is to give you exact definition of what the report is, so that you formulate a concept in your mind. You don't have to remember the definition, but you have to have a conceptualization of the report. The definition itself will give you, the concept itself will give you what should go in the report. All right. The dictionary meaning of the report. The word report is derived from the Latin word reporter, which means to carry back. Re means back, reinvent, something we said back again, and porter means a person who carries luggage for you, and the bus stand is known as porter. Isn't it so? A person at the railway station or at the airport, he carries something for you. So the report is carrying back, bring back account of, state as ascertain facts, tell as news, narrate or describe or repeat, especially as eyewitness, and relate as spoken by another. Somebody has said something, you are now reporting what he has said. Is also you're carrying back what he has said. Account given or opinion formally expressed after intensification and or consideration. You have analyzed it properly after intensified analysis on that. You are trying to present it to the people. Now, to simplify this further, it is a description of an event carried back to someone who was not present at the scene. When the newspapers are reporting to you, something has happened in Ahmedabad today, something has happened in US today, a person from Indian background has been given a very high status in Canada yesterday. So you are not present, he is trying to give you that account of the things which are happening there. When the students are writing the report of their projects, you are not present there, they are trying to report it to you. Isn't so? It's a simple definition. Someone who was not present on the scene. Otherwise, there is no question of having a report. Very simple definition. A report is normally a formal communication. I said it can be non-formal also. Written for a specific purpose. Now, your purpose is also very important in every communication, of course, and especially in the report writing. What is the purpose of the writing the report? That should be also paramount. So this definition includes that also. A report is a communication from someone who has some information to someone who wants to use that information for any purpose, maybe for entertainment even, maybe just for enhancing his knowledge, maybe to work further, maybe to take decisions and take actions, whatever. A report is a simple communication from someone who has some information to someone who wants to use that information. Simple definition. I will skip these definitions, this part of very quickly because I have talked to you about the importance of report already. Reports, besides other things, develops in the students. When the students write good report, they develop these kind of abilities in them. The students learn how to analyze, how to discriminate. When we analyze, we try to discriminate between the things. These are the merits, these are the demerits. These are the good points. They are organized. The report has to be in a proper organized way. ये नहीं है कि conclusion पहले आ जाएंगी, introduction बाद में जाएगी. So they organize it in a proper way. They learn how to organize the things, and they also learn how to make judgments, how to take decisions, and they also learn how to communicate and many other important traits. And my dear friends, मैंने यहाँ पे सिर्फ 4 चीजें लिखी हैं. If the student is having are good in any one of these 4, there is a placement for the students. Companies are looking for who are analytical, who can analyze anything. Companies are looking for students who are able to make decisions, who can take decisions rightly, rationally. Companies are looking for people who are well organized in their lives. Companies are looking for students who are good in communication. And communication is not only speaking, reading, listening, speaking, reading. That communication is much more beyond that, which you are now discovering through this program also. So report writing is such an important activity in the student's life that they automatically develop all these things if it is taken very seriously. If it is not taken seriously, it is a very casual activity here. Types of report, a word for that: oral and written report. We have talked about that. Informal and formal reports. Informational, interpretive, and routine report. You can draw some inferences. Interpretive reports. There can be routine reports. Now, we cannot undermine the importance of routine reports. Routine reports can lead to so much of changes in our environment. I'm tempted to share again with an example. Ma'am was telling me to leave the class early, but I will not. A routine report. A word about the routine report. I'll share you one example with you.
I just thought it would be a good example of brevity.
Yes. In this kind of programs, we try to give, within the 5 days, we try to cover so many things. Example about the routine report, how important it can be and what changes it can bring. I once visited one of the IITs. By virtue of my job here in this institute, get the opportunity to visit many of the engineering colleges, almost all the IITs and NITs and engineering colleges, polytechnics. This is our business, to talk to them and to have interaction with them, to learn from them and to share our experience with them. I visited one of the IITs, and in the evening I decided to take dinner in the hostel. Instead of taking dinner at the guest house or in the restaurant, I prefer to have a dinner. I said, let me see how the hostel food is. And just when I entered the hostel mess, there was a supervisor sitting at the gate. He was making a watch on this, who's coming and who's not coming, but what the responsibilities are. And just above his seat at the back, there was a small board. Chota sa white board tha, maybe 1.5 feet to 2.5 feet only. On that board, the date was mentioned. Then there was a routine report. There was a information on that board, leftovers from the breakfast. So many grams, 900 grams. Leftovers from the lunch, 1.5 kg, date-wise. Okay, it was date, just today is this thing. And dinner, there was a blank column. After dinner, they will mention it. So the students who are entering the mess, they will see that breakfast में कितना leftover छोड़ा हमने, lunch में कितना छोड़ा, और dinner में कितना छोड़ा. Can you imagine the impact it had on the students? They were very careful when they were putting food from the from the buffet counters on their trays. They were aware that, oh my God. And he told me that it was about 5 kg, 6 kg initially. It was a big mess, and now it comes into grams. Our aim is that it should be zero food wastage. A routine report, my dear friends. Isn't it so? See the impact of the routine report. Small board, giving you a reflection of what you are doing when you are taking the food in your plates. And a routine report like this, I am using this media now with all my friends here and my friends in the various centers and on the YouTube. These lectures will be available on the YouTube. I am pressing very hard that I can eliminate totally the purpose of these bottles through only routine report. If the media is listening to me, they can point it out to the authorities. Crores of rupees are being spent on water purification individually by the citizens of the country. We feel unsafe to take water in our homes. We put RO systems there or any other kind of systems. What is the need of that? Just only small reporting is required. In the same IIT, I saw on the websites, they have taken samples of the water from various outlets, hostel A, hostel B, campus, this campus, and then they say that there are about 35 to 40 parameters which are required, chemical, bacteriological, and physical testing parameter, which are essential for the human consumption. That the water quality parameters, that हमारा पानी के अंदर हार्डनेस इतनी होनी चाहिए, बैक्टीरियल काउंट ई कॉली इतना से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए. They were having a public health lab because civil engineering program was being offered there, and they used to take a sample from various sources, and then they used to put it on the computer every day morning. The students know that water I am taking is pure. when I am paying taxes on my salaries, all of you are paying taxes on various commodities which you consume, and there is a public health department who are supposed to supply clean water in the taps. Why not? A small routine report can come in the newspaper every day, in the radio, in the TV every day, that these are the parameters of the water from the source to the end consumer. Let us say in Chandigarh, for example, we have a water treatment plant in Sector 39. We are at the other end of the city. What is this? I am a senior in charge of myself. If you only I should have a RO in my home. Why should I spend money on the RO? Have you ever thought about it? What can the routine report play a big role in your lives? There is a full-fledged food and supply department which can take samples every day. Why only near Diwali and Dussehra and Holi and Eid? Every day, randomly, 10 sweet shop, they can take samples and can give a routine report. Today we have taken sample from so and so, and these are the parameters.
Instead of approaching the department, we
Exactly.
prefer to.
Are you getting my point? The importance of the reports. I am not talking here. The formal reports have bigger advantages. I am talking about the routine reports. They can make our lives so easy. This is the difference between developed countries and developing countries. When I visited first time to USA, I asked my sister which water I should drink. She said, any tap. I was thinking they must be having some RO there. वहाँ से पानी इकट्ठा करके मैं अपने रूम पे ले जाऊँगा पीने के लिए. She said you can drink any tap. Anywhere in USA, any tap, drinking water. We are paying tax for that. Why not here? Swachh Bharat. We should endorse all those things. If we want those things to happen, small reporting, small awareness level, small element of accountability, all those things are imbibed in reports.
Pay water bills.
Exactly. So, my different, are you getting my points now here? What I'm trying to say here, why reporting is so important? Why your report, when your student does any lab work or any work, how important it can be? I'm talking about the importance of routine reports here, ma'am. All right. Then essentials of report writing now. Coming to the what should go in the report of some of the good institutions, and take the note from there that how the students are reporting there. This is the important activity. And when the students are writing good reports, they are spending time and taking seriousness in this report writing. When they will be appearing for the interviews, very gladly, I tell you, when I was appearing for the interview in this institute, I carried 3 reports of my times.
Hello.
I showed very proudly that this is what I have done, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what is difference between bibliography and the reference?
I explained you difference between the references and bibliography is references is are the I would say when you take a quote, a direct phrase or a word or a sentence or a paragraph from a source and reproduce it in your report, that becomes your reference. Bibliography is something when you have not taken a direct quote as it is, a direct paragraph or a phrase or a word from a word is a too small thing, phrase or a sentence or a paragraph from a source, you have not taken and reproduced as it is, but you have referred to it when you are doing a research, that should come in the bibliography.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.